Now we on. Now we are on. I gotta roll my sleeves up for this one.
What's up, gang?
Some good talks today.
What's good, everybody? What's good? Episode 9 of the Young and Ignant podcast. Welcome. I don't know why I'm sounding so professional because I'm about to talk some shit today. Man.
Back with some good vibes and good talks.
Yes, sir. Y'all already know who we are. Of course, y'all can read our names and stuff, so we don't got to get too deep into that. But how's everybody doing today on this fine Saturday? It's raining all day today over here. But what's up?
Yeah, it's raining over here too, bro.
Yeah, it's been raining for the last couple of days.
Is it still raining over there right now, though?
No. It was raining earlier this morning, but it stopped.
That's why it was so dark. You was talking about being black and stuff. The sunlight left.
I'm dead.
We're gonna have a little bit of sunlight today.
It's nothing but gray clouds right now.
Yeah, it ain't nothing but gray clouds and goddamn ugly sky.
It is nothing but gray clouds, but it looked like the sun shining on his light skin.
Right, they got a lot of sunlight over there.
I feel like you just lied on the cool.
Who?
You.
This is my light.
Me?
My
I just opened my blinds. That's it.
You talking about some ain't no sun out there? Look,
That was sun shining in your face.
Bro, no, it's just extra light. It's literally gray clouds outside.
all right, well, we just cleared that up for the people that was watching because that looked in real light skin, like you lied.
We just had to adjust to the camera. That's all.
All right.
Now, if it was really sunlight, my whole joint would have just, you know what I mean?
It kind of
know your light bright.
Yeah.
I make it look good too.
Good day.
Anyways, not everything is all sunshine and rainbows though. But it's all good. I'm not even gonna get there yet. We're gonna start off with something a little smooth. 2 NBA greats, Hall of Famers, that I should say, iconic legends, Shaquille O'Neal and Allen Iverson, now done made a whole new different type of partnership deal with Reebok. Even though Allen Iverson already has a lifetime contract with them, Shaq is now the president, and Allen Iverson is the vice president of Reebok basketball operations. So, you know, me being a basketball fan myself, I'm actually happy with this move. Reebok hasn't really been big in basketball since the 90s, early 2000s.
A long time. It's been a long time.
A long time.
I think,
because, you know,
won't Reebok doing NFL 1.2?
I believe
like
so.
The jersey?
I believe so.
Mm-hmm.
I believe so. I remember when Reebok. The last time I even bought a Reebok shoe, basketball-wise, was when John Wall had those Zig Techs. And those aren't even that good of a shoe. Like, not at least not that good looking of a shoe. I only bought it because I was a big fan of John Wall. But even still, you know what I'm saying? They moved on. Around that time, they moved on towards like the fitness side of things along with Under Armour. But since then, they basically just went back to their roots with just casual shoes like the Reebok Classics and, you know, any other classic Reebok shoe that's ever been made throughout history. They've just been sticking with that. So with this move with AI and Shaq, who, in my opinion, were the biggest athletes to even sign with them, in my opinion, because they had the Shaq Gnosis, they had the Shaq pumps, the Reebok question mids for AIs and the answers. I remember all them shoes. And then the kamikazes, bro. Like, yeah, Reebok had it at one point with basketball, but let's see what they do. I can't wait to see what they do with this. I don't know if anybody would be checking for it, but I still want to give it a chance to see what they present.
I feel like everybody that's all about Allen Iverson, which majority of the guys grew up AI. Some girls, because you know some girls watch basketball, you know, i.e. me, but I would be checking for that.
Everybody loves Shaq.
No, for real.
Right? How can you hate Shaq, bro? And you damn sure can't hate AI, bro. Come on, man. Come on, AI was the first point guard I ever became a fan of. That class, I mean, Shaq was in '92, but when AI came in '96 with Kobe, Steve Nash, and them, that class, bro, I've seen their careers from.
He definitely.
You can't even say from birth because you was.
It reminded me of Damian Lillard.
I was born during their rookie season, but I still grew up watching them to the end of their careers. I'll say that.
Right. We still seen them play.
Yeah, we still seen them play.
You saw their highlights.
Nah, bro. No. I remember seeing AI in Philly with the older jerseys. I remember seeing Kobe with the mini fro. I watched those games.
Shoot, hey, I had a little mini fro. That's when he crossed Jordan.
Watch those games with my granny.
Nah, it wasn't a mini fro. It was still like a little onesie. He just had a little hair grown at the time.
It's kind of like
that was still his rookie.
Hey.
Sort of, I guess, in the middle.
Yeah.
But I don't think I was born. Was I born then? I was, but wasn't old enough to know about basketball.
I ain't see AI cross.
Yeah. I remember seeing them lose the championship. I know that much.
Yeah, I remember that. And when he used to throw the ball from one side of the court to the other.
Bruh. Hey.
That joke used to be crazy.
All in all, I can't wait to see what they do.
Back in the day, bro.
For real. You know, that's just another bag for the both of them. You know what I'm saying?
You know what was even more crazy? The AI said he was better in football than basketball.
Yeah, I know. I seen it.
Like, that's crazy.
I saw the tape, and he was more of a
his
fan.
high school highlight tape is ridiculous.
He even said that in college he went to the coach and was like, he's thinking about playing football, and the coach was like, if you don't get the fuck out of my face with that bullshit.
Right.
It was funny, bro. But that's the good side of things with basketball. Unfortunately, the bad side of things, we still got players nowadays that's throwing their whole careers away, which is crazy. I don't know what kind of issues they got. They need to get it together. We already know the Miles Bridges situation.
He got lucky.
Miles Bridges?
Yes.
He did get lucky because
he back with the team.
He is back with the team. They only gave him like a 10-game suspension.
Yeah,
I think 10 to 30 games. One of the
Kevin
two.
Porter.
Kevin Porter Jr. Worse because he was in a domestic violence situation. And then we got Mikey Williams, who's a high school phenom, who's now a freshman He was ranked number two in his class, bro. And now he's a freshman at
two in your class and
going to ranked number 2 in your class, and you about to go to jail right after that. And he's a freshman at Memphis, bro. Freshman at Memphis. He was about to be part of that next Memphis class to just, take over. But no, he want to help. He want to be like John Morant and hold guns and whatnot. So now I'm about to pull
like Keely and Maya. Imagine y'all know all them basketball players that be in high school losing school. This man was number 2 out of all these mother basketball players, and you going to jail? You crazy work.
It gets worse. It does happen a lot often. I know, but it gets worse with this one in particular.
Especially when you're in the hood and you can ball.
This kid, bro, a freshman at Memphis. Season didn't even start yet, and he's already ordered to stand trial as he faces 6 felony gun charges. And it don't stop there. He's potentially facing 28 years in jail. 28.
28 years
I don't even know how old the kid is. I want to say he's about 18, 19. So add 28 to that, bro. That man ain't having no career.
His whole basketball career.
At least in the NBA.
Come out of jail and do some other shit. But he ain't played on damn basketball.
You know what I'm saying? His career done.
The only basketball he can play is in the yard.
Exactly.
Crazy.
And then Kevin Porter Jr., his career is probably done because the Rockets let him go. And with the reputation, he already had a bad rep coming into Houston, though, because he was with Cleveland first, had issues with the team and in the locker room. They let him go. Rockets gave him a chance. Now, outside of basketball problems, and now it's a domestic violence case on a female, similar to Miles Bridges.
Yeah,
and now the Rockets the Rockets already dropped him. The Rockets already dropped him. So with that rep, who's to say that another team will pick him up? I don't believe it. It doesn't really work that way.
It's gonna be hard.
Once you got a bad rep, ain't no team give you a chance. He probably might go overseas or something.
Unless you got one of them owners or one of them coaches that just don't give a fuck. They just want to win. And that's rare.
You got too many Jerry Joneses.
Don't nobody want that.
If this was football, Jerry Jones would go get his ass right now. The Cowboys owner will go get him right now.
That's what I'm saying. That type of owner, don't give no fucks. And I want to win. I know that don't have nothing to do with sports. I don't care. That type of person.
I mean, there's a lot of fans that are upset that Miles Bridges is back. And, we don't know much on Kevin Porter's situation. We just know that he got let go. And then Mikey doesn't sound like he's about to have a career anyway. But Miles Bridges, He's coming back because he's already ordered to serve like a 10 to 30 game suspension. I forgot the exact number, but recently, this came out yesterday, I believe.
They're giving us some light suspensions.
He turned himself in over a protection order violation. Now I feel like he got lucky again because all he did was get released and had to pay $1,000 bond.
Yeah,
that's it. Because all he did was just violate a protection order. He ain't hurt nobody or nothing in this situation, but even still, when you hear a headline, turn yourself in and stuff like that, that only makes matters worse. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully he gets his head straight so that he can continue playing because he's back in. He just has to wait some games.
Crazy, man. These dudes be gifted and just do crazy stuff.
There's a lot of people we thought were gifted and doing crazy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
One man, and I'm not even talking athletes no more, he is gifted because we've seen in all of his projects. Will Smith is a very gifted man. He just don't got a good woman by his side. What the fuck is going on with Will Smith, dog? I'm getting tired of this subject. I'm getting tired. I'm tired.
She just going along with the ride. She don't really like that man. She ain't never like that man.
No, she needs some spotlight, some long time. She ain't got nothing going on. Ain't no red table talks been happening, as you can see. So now you can
I think this is all because she just wrote that book.
Mm-hmm.
She needs to stop talking. That's what she needs to do.
I would not wait. I will be fair. Just a year or two ago, Will Smith put out a book, and he was telling some things. And within that book, headlines came out. So why can't Jada put one out on her life and on her side of things? So to be fair, I'm cool with that. It's just annoying.
See, at this point, I'm going to go get both books, read them, compare them, and come back. But
you about to get two different life stories. I know that much.
I know, but it's still two different life stories. Something's going to overlap.
And I know she brought up Tupac.
Even though they've been separated for 6 years, they was together since 96.
She's been separated for 6 years.
97.
He probably thought they was working it out.
One of the two. But here's my thing, though. So she comes out in the interview. She was actually out here. She did it in Baltimore. And that's when it was revealed that they've been separated for, 6-7 years now, this entire time. And now everybody has so many questions. But if you really dig deep into it, it kind of makes sense a little bit. You know, the whole August Alsina entanglement. The only confusion that I have is the fucking slap on Chris Rock. And even she talked about that.
Okay, here's the thing about that. Apparently the interview, I've only found like the 5-minute clip. I didn't see the full interview, but apparently she does go into details as to why he still did that slap, why he still claimed her as a wife. I just didn't watch it yet.
Yeah, I didn't watch it either, so I don't want to jump to too many conclusions. But from the outside looking in, after hearing what you just said, the only thing that I could say is because all of us felt like it was just rumored that they were divorced. All of us felt like, you know, maybe certain signs were there, but they still wanted to just push and continue on. Because Jada was on record and said that they made a promise that divorce wasn't an option.
Yeah, because it don't sound like they're still divorced. It still sounds like
they're not. Technically, they're not because it's not on paper. But I guess physically and emotionally, they are.
Yeah.
So
I can't say that. If he out here slapping people, he must still feel something.
But I mean, they're not the first couple to do that. They're just a celebrity couple that has. So
yeah, for sure.
In the public eye,
if he would up and do that, and before I can't think of nothing we heard Will Smith doing anything crazy before then.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Jada did say that it was a lot of stuff that led to the split. We don't know what that is. That's their personal business, obviously.
Just go slap.
What I can definitely say is, though, the stuff that they keep saying, speaking out, is what's like, bro, what is Will doing? He needs to just dead that and just go on somewhere. Because she's doing what she, being that they're separated, they are still two people. Look, even though they've been separated, Jada's been doing whatever the fuck she wanted to do. Hence August Alsina, hence other shit that done came out. What the hell is Will doing?
But here's the thing. Whatever the woman does, that's always going to catch a public eye before it's going to catch a man's, because
bullshit
is what. Because they claim he was
bullshit.
None of that.
He was having something.
You're going to catch the first. At the end of the day, like
in a sense,
like a hawk before they watch Will.
celebrity wise, I can see that, but just regular folk, nah, that's equal, yo. That's equal. If a man fuck up, that's blown up on social media automatically. If a woman blow up, or if a woman fuck up, that's gonna get blown up on social media. But they want to see if her reason
blow up.
Here's the difference, though.
It's gonna blow up twice as much.
Here's the thing, though. When a man fuck up, it's gonna be a fucking blow up, and they're gonna just nail them. Just nail them automatically because we already live in a men ain't shit world. Then you got the woman, if she fuck up, yeah, we won't disagree with her. We won't agree with that decision, but they still want to know the backstory for her decision to make sure that what she said or did was valid. Either or, they both wrong.
There's gonna be the women who are on her side, whether she's right or wrong, because there's always gonna be the women that stand with that. Like whether she's right or wrong, they're gonna stand on her side. But then on top of that, you got to deal with all the niggas, all the men. They're just gonna be like, "Oh, just another not shit ass bitch. Bitch is always doing this." That's you gonna have that type of shit on it, and then you're still gonna have another debate whether she is right or she is wrong. The men, it's just men are gonna take them inside. Men are just gonna take them inside, and the women are just gonna say, "Yeah, niggas ain't shit," and then it's gonna be yesterday's news after 3 days. Yeah. Now that woman though, they're gonna be bringing that up every year. You remember that one bitch when she cheated? You remember when she cheated?
I know a lot of bitches who cheat. Which one are you talking about?
She kind of right though, because with this, with the Papoose and Remy Ma situation, everybody's on different sides. It's like it's the same situation.
I'm not on her side.
I still believe she cheated, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, ain't no way.
It's too many things.
No way they are pushing it this hard if she didn't do it.
Don't want to out him for cheating.
Right, she not denying it. If I ain't doing it,
she ain't saying no.
I'm gonna say that shit out loud.
We haven't heard her side of the story. So because we haven't heard her side, people are just gonna believe whatever they hear. So from the headline to the battle rap to if you look at the battle rap videos and you see certain people's reactions, obviously there's something going on. But damn, whose side are we taking with Will and Jada? I'm standing with Will in a sense, but the only thing that I disagree with him on is, bro, what are you doing? She is being honest. She's telling everything that's going on, making you look bad. I don't think she's purposely trying to make you look bad, but it's making you look bad nonetheless. You Will Smith, my nigga.
Man, somebody need to Google a Will Smith sign and Jada sign, because I think Jada's a Virgo. So how she moves makes a lot of sense if she is, but I can't remember what Will is because I don't know why he's just.
Hold on, I'm about to find out right now. Hold on, Will Smith. His birthday just passed not too long ago.
It's just gone.
Oh, he a Libra, September 25th.
Oh yeah,
even, like back to
and he's just playing crybaby. I ain't hearing shit.
Back to the Remy situation. When they bring up
playing crybaby for the public eye.
With who? With who? He is crying on camera. With who?
They say Will had.
He paying them bitches off. Will got money. I ain't hearing nothing. Will.
Why would you say that? You just really made me.
Jada ain't telling. He's okay with taking the heat.
What's that one woman name? It was a movie they recently did. That he recently did like a couple years ago. He was like a white woman. I don't mean to say it like that, but I just couldn't get her name. It was around the time when Concussion came out, and the other movie, it was some movie he did with a white lady. They were trying to say he was doing something with her.
Robbie? Is it Robbie?
Doing?
I think so. I think that's her name.
You play Barbie now?
I think so. Yeah, her.
They had like a picture together and shit like that, like a photo booth and stuff.
Yeah, people were trying to say that he was doing something with her.
Yeah, I remember that.
They were definitely trying to bring that up, saying that they looked like they was all close and stuff like that.
He a Libra. He gonna play it cool, like nothing ever happened.
And then, like I said, back with the Remy Ma situation, they got people saying, well, Papoose really ain't hold her down. Like, they just gonna bring it up. It's always gonna be, well, he, well, she. Like, it ain't never gonna, you know what I mean? Ain't nobody gonna take it the way it's supposed to be. Cause now they saying, well, Papoose, while she was in jail, probably getting his, I don't know.
But even think about it that way. Nobody really talks about when Papoose cheated, but we all talking about when Remy cheated.
See?
Still bringing up Remy cheated. But forgetting that
because
Papoose
Remy has
cheated.
This is why it's different with celebrities, though.
My bad. When he cheat?
One, because I didn't know nothing about Papoose like that, to be honest. I'm going to just be real with you. But at the same time, though, Remy Ma has the bigger name. So it don't matter.
He can't.
It don't matter who it is. It don't matter who cheated. Whoever has the big in the celebrity world, whoever has the bigger name is the one that's going to be making most headlines. So in this case,
just like
Will
with
and
Wade.
D Wade and Gabrielle. Well,
no, because if you think about it this way, some of them women, they got their name based off of cheating on their main man. Why we be talking about Alicia Curry so much? She ain't the star.
About who?
It was just the fact that Gabrielle Union said she felt obligated that she could cheat in her last relationship because she made more money.
If you making the most money, you should go cheat or do whatever. No, if you make the most money, why don't you continue to do your part in the damn relationship? I don't think it matters who makes more money, but I don't think that an option was written for you to say, okay, I make more money than you, so I'm gonna go mess with other people. What does that even mean?
You don't really
that
love me like that.
That never really made sense to me. Now between Will and Jada, I don't know who really has the bigger name, because at first Jada was a bigger name in Hollywood than Will Smith was, because Will started off rapping and then he went to the Fresh Prince. Jada was already on her shit from when she was a little girl, I think. And then I know she rose when she was on A Different World and then some moving forward. So she was already in the Hollywood light already. I think that what it is as they're both their careers progressed and then they came together. Yep, Low Down Dirty Shame. As their careers progressed and kept, you know what I'm saying, now they were like neck and neck. One was just, one is making more movies than the other.
Yeah, we'll have more movies going on.
Like with
better movies, better paying movies at that. You know what I'm saying? So they're both big names in Hollywood. All right, look, man, at this point, they just need to just put it on paper, let it go, do their own thing, work something out, whatever they want to do. Because right now they're just both looking crazy. The family,
it's funny.
No disrespect to them. No disrespect. You are funny for wearing that shirt. Honestly, I don't know if it's Jada or if it's the media that's always bringing up Pac. Like, let the man rest in peace. He ain't got nothing to do with them.
She bring him up by herself.
He ain't got nothing to do with them, though. Like, they weren't
like his birthday was recently. Posted because his birthday was recently, and she like made a birthday post, and then
everybody believes that they would have been a married couple or something. No, because he was already Pac before he died was already married. You know what I'm saying? And then back in the day, when Fresh Prince and A Different World was kind of like going on around the same time, Will and Jada were dating and Pac was alive. So where's the correlation of maybe if things didn't work out on their separate relationships and if Pac was still alive, maybe they would have worked something out. But
I think
maybe they were young and that was the one that got away. Think of the guy who passed away. There's gonna forever be that what if in her, based on whatever terms they left on, because she can't go back to him. Like he's gone. There's always gonna be a what if.
She needs to let that what if go, because life ain't gonna do nothing but continue and move on. Holding something that's just gonna hold you back ruins everything else, not only for yourself but the people around you. And we clearly see it, clear as day. She is hurting herself and she is hurting her family. Will is getting the butt end of the stick right now, and her kids, especially Willow.
Like I said, I ain't hearing nothing. That man a Libra. Libras be lying.
I'm not following that zodiac shit. From what we see, Will is getting the butt end of the stick.
That's what I'm saying. That's all we can only see so much from the public eye.
Well,
think
like
about
I said,
if she didn't tell us that they were legally separated, would we know? Would we know that they were on the verge of divorce? It was a rumor, but would we know? We only know what they allow us to know.
And then, like, if y'all was separated for 6 years, then why was that episode at the Red Table about August Alsina
not even that. You know how many times Will was on Red Table talking about them two, like when they would talk about the family and them two and stuff like that?
They were still giving up that family image, though.
They were giving that family image for the business. It was a business move. They didn't want everybody in their business. And I guess that family structure wasn't breaking them financially in a way. So if the public eye got involved, that would possibly tear something up.
But I mean, marriage is kind of like it's a business deal. So
marriage is a fucking contract business deal. A lot of people don't think of it that way. They think it's the ultimate level of love. Nah. Y'all
it's
just
love and business.
It's love and business. Y'all business ties, whatever y'all got, y'all money, whatever, unless you sign a prenup, is together. So whatever decision you make will not only have an effect on you, positive or negative, it'll have an effect on the spouse and the entire family.
But I mean, the vows do be like what for deafness or health,
through sickness and in health. I don't.
Yeah, like.
So I'm about to separate Will and Jada with this one, because this
that's
right here
forever life partner, pretty much.
When you talk those vows, and this is with any relationship, like any marriage, especially if those that come in married and then think about divorce, really think about those vows, right? And I'm not even married, but fuck it, I'm gonna say this anyway. They say through sickness and in health. I don't see nobody sick. And if you are, why are you leaving when things get ill? They say through rich and through rich and through poor or whatever. If that's one,
yeah. Through
okay.
Rich and
poor.
So obviously y'all making finances an issue. So why not work through that and find a way to build financially?
Because this was made back in the day.
It don't matter.
Like these are totally different generations. Like the bitches we got now and the niggas we got now, like no. It's very, very rare that people are going traditional through sickness and for health and all.
For better,
and I think that's why people
for worse.
Make their own vows.
No, it's very rare. We're not in
all right. Days no more. I got the last two. For better or for worse. Obviously, you'll see glitz and glamour when things are all good, but why give up when things go bad? Everybody always say it's a bumpy roller coaster and all that other stuff.
I feel like that is a lot to do with social media, though.
That is, and when you go through your own personal journey, you already go through a lot of obstacles by yourself. You're just going through another obstacle with a partner. Like, why give up when things get hard? And the last one, till death do us part. Neither one of y'all are dead, so what the fuck are y'all doing? And I'm not even talking to Jada at this point. Like, I'm talking anybody that's married,
but not actually like they're not like people are getting married for the puppy dog love. They're getting married early. I feel like they're not realizing how much you have to put into a marriage, but at the same time, like Keely said, we are a different generation. So there's people that are like, I don't have to stick through this just because my grandparents stuck through this. And I understand that to an extent, but then I don't think you should get married if you feel like at some point you're planning for your divorce. Like that to me defeats like the whole marriage part. When people are like, I don't want to get married because I don't want to get divorced. I don't ever want to be married because I want to get divorced. Then what is you even marrying that person for in the first place? Like, for me, I could see as many relationships fail as they want. I want to get married, but that's not my top priority. Like, I'm not looking for a husband tomorrow, but if I get a husband and we decide to get married, we staying together. We're going to work this out. We staying together. No, we're not doing this whole we together for 3 years. No.
I'm not going to lie to you. If I go through that whole wedding shit and I do all that and I say all that and you got to die.
Yeah, it's really gonna be death do us part. Cause what do you mean? We made it this far. I love you in front of everybody. We staying together.
Kid, don't incriminate yourself just in case you get married.
No, because they need to know if I went through all of that, we did all of that. You gonna have to go by death. There's nothing else to it.
Listen,
if I change my last name.
If it's till death do us part.
You know how hard I read my last name? That shit is tattooed on my body. If I change my last name to something else, that means I don't have my grandfather's last name no more. That means I literally love the fuck out of you.
Unless you hyphen it, and combine the two.
I mean, you can hyphen it, combine the two, but like
you could hyphen it and just add that.
It doesn't matter. It's a whole new name.
It is a whole new name. Yeah. Person. My opinion. I've been on record saying this, at least on Twitter. If I ever get married, I'm only doing that one time.
One time,
So I don't want to get divorced, but if that's a big if that happens, I'm not getting married again. I don't care. I'm sorry. I don't want my family to see me have
multiple marriages.
Do you know how embarrassing it is to have your family witness multiple marriages? That just basically looks like you can't find anybody.
I know a nigga on his third. actually just got married probably a month ago on his third marriage.
Like, people not really looking at that. Like, damn, bro, we doing this again? We doing this
much.
again? Too much.
Yeah, no.
You know how much weddings cost? Come on, bro.
Dude, you gotta pay for a license. You know you gotta pay for a
for
marriage
the
license before you
license.
even like
Divorces.
have the
I
wedding.
gotta
You
pay
know how much
for
a divorce
donkey. Like,
Listen, it's already one thing when you see all these celebrities get married, but they're constantly getting married to multiple people, or multiple times, but they got the money to pay for that shit. Regular folk, bro, nah, bro.
Not finna. I don't care if I am.
Not even that.
rich.
I feel like that's an emotional toll because,
baby,
like I said, a marriage is supposed to be that's your partner. That's supposed to be your partner for life.
shit.
How many times are you gonna go through in a life cycle of having a partner? How many people are you gonna go through saying this is my forever partner? At that point, forever
This is
ain't
my
meaning
person.
nothing to
This
you.
is my person. That's how you feel,
that's
but is
not.
that really true? You know what I'm saying? You can feel that. Sometimes, you know, some people in marriages, it'll take some time. They'll feel like, I think I married the wrong one. Man, who's the right one then?
Yeah. And then the other thing is that then I feel like, can you even do a long-term commitment? Because if as soon as it gets hard and you can't work through that, then why are y'all together? Because the whole point is to work through those hard times.
No,
I don't think that people's minds are even mature enough to even handle that, especially these days. They love the idea of getting married. They have no idea what it's like to be married. Like you said, it is a long-term commitment. Compared to this, right? Just regular boyfriend, girlfriend shit. If you break up, okay, you can always get another relationship. That's always another person. Mm-hmm. There's other fish in the sea. That's all you hear during boyfriend, girlfriend relationships, because there's no ties. There's nothing business-wise. There's no contract. There's nothing. You're just a boyfriend, girlfriend, no ring involved, nothing. Mm-hmm. So obviously that's easy. When it comes to a divorce, that's a whole fucking process.
Yeah.
When it comes to a divorce, you're keeping and or losing something.
Yep.
Something and someone. So
yeah,
right.
All that is crazy.
And if y'all were married and y'all had kids, then that's a whole nother thing.
That's a whole nother thing. And even though y'all are thinking about yourselves personally, the family,
y'all combining families.
The
at the
family
end of the day, your family
itself
family
is affected. And it's just weird. That's one thing. Like, one thing about marriage that I actually am afraid of is being married and that up and down roller coaster that people talk about. Like, y'all know people who've been married for 10 plus 20 plus years, they always say it's a long road, it's an up and down roller coaster. They don't necessarily tell you what that up and down roller coaster is.
And I think that's because everybody's is different.
That up and down roller coaster, in my opinion, is falling in and out of love with somebody. So, or in and out of love with your spouse.
That's not necessarily true, because it's all different types of things that ties into that relationship. Once y'all decide to bind each other's financials, you're living together, cohabitating together.
That's what I was about to say. People be fucking up. They move
so many different things. You are two totally different people, and you're bringing your life together as one. And
I feel like the people moving in all early and stuff.
So like, the up and down,
separate, that'll help.
Exactly, like the up and down can really just be being together so much, and it's just getting irritated with each other, or just not cleaning up something, or not paying some type of bill. That's
you get a place.
Like that could be up and down, not so much of falling in and out of love, because you can still love the fuck out of somebody and shit just be crashing down around you, and you trying to steady pick it back up. That's the up and down, trying to figure out the structure of your relationship. Like, sometimes
you're right. I think that I'm not even fearful of that one, because I feel like that could be something that could be worked through. You just have to have the strength to do it.
Exactly. You gotta have the patience.
But it hits different when you hear somebody say, "I don't want you no more," or "I don't love you anymore." That's shit hurts bro.
Because I'm a person, I know people say that words don't mean nothing, but I take like things that people say to me serious, because
I definitely do.
I wouldn't say nothing
that I don't
if I really didn't mean it. Like, I'm not gonna say nothing to try to really hurt you unless I'm at that point that we're just done.
Yeah. Like when I get to that point, like I'm really, really mean, like, man, like you didn't stress me to the point, because I don't get mean. I'm a real chill person. Like I'm real laid back. Like I like to have a nice life, a simple life, a non-dramatic life. If I got to get out of my body, that means it's you. You're negative, like you low vibrations. Like,
and then one last thing
is the ones that kill me is the ones that get quiet for a while. Reg, you know what I'm talking about? They just get quiet and you just try to figure out what's wrong with her.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Like you
know what you know what.
Like she just
did. You know what you did.
stringing it along.
If I knew what I did, would we be having this conversation right now?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like I'm pretty vocal. I'll give you enough subtle hints to the point that if I'm quiet, you should be nervous.
Yeah,
I get that.
We do be nervous.
We do know something is wrong.
Conversation we had because
we see you different.
I'll bring it up a good amount of times, and then it'll get to a point where I would straight up tell you, I brought it up this many times. I'm not bringing it up again.
Exactly.
If there's an issue,
then I guess that's no issue.
My thing is, if there's an issue and you're not saying what the issue is,
after I already then told you multiple times and brought it up to your attention, then I gave you subtle hints at that. If I got to do all that and something else happened, yeah.
I'll say this because
your ass
I can understand if it's one of those things where you told them already and he wasn't listening. That's one. But if it's like something brand new and you just sitting there quiet, be straight up with me so at least I know what's going on. Because I can just go out throughout my day thinking everything's all good and whole time you over here upset at me for something I don't even know I did.
And I mean, that's different. I still feel like that's somebody that like doesn't have good communication skills. Yeah.
That's the big problem nowadays, communication. Like, there's not a lot of it.
Big communication.
I would say I've seen some women do that, and I feel like it's a childish mindset because it's like it's a mind game.
Here's my thing though. When it comes to communication, everybody says that great communication is the key to a successful relationship. So if that's the case, why aren't people communicating?
Because they do and they don't. And you want to know why I say that? It's because I watched 90 Day Fiance. I don't know if y'all watched that.
I've heard of it.
But there's a version called The Other Way. And these couples, it's people from America that end up living in different countries. Mm-hmm. And let me say, what communication is key. Because some of those relationships and some of the marriages, they would have never been together if they had those conversations beforehand. But there is one couple in Mexico City, and the situation was about kids. One of the dudes is younger and the other person is older. Okay? Mm-hmm. The older person does not want kids. They don't want to go through it to have kids because they're already at an older age and they don't think they'll be able to. The younger person is young enough to have kids. They want kids. They had to really sit down and have this conversation, and they didn't break up. They actually had like a civil conversation about how coming to a compromise as to why they cannot have kids. And I'm gonna be honest with you, that kind of topic, any other couple on that show, they would have had a whole falling out. They would have been yelling, screaming, calling each other out of names. But this couple actually sat down and had this adult conversation and worked through it. And I will say that's one of those hard topics. Like when you pick your partner, kids is like, that's like a make it or break it type of deal.
One thing, there's a word that you said out of all of that stuck with me because I was going to say this earlier, but one thing about all kinds of relationships, especially marriages and all the other stuff, compromising. A lot of people will try to compromise, but once they see what they're up against, I don't think it works out. In some cases, it will work out in other cases. Don't get me wrong, because you have to understand when it comes to compromising, you're sacrificing certain things that you want in life that your spouse might not want, and vice versa. Yeah. So it can work out for the both of y'all. And if you're really dead set on something that you want in life that you are not willing to give up for this other person, that's when stuff just splits apart. Now, on 90 Day Fiance, granted, it is a show. So who's to say that the producers say, look, y'all just need to agree with this just to make the show good. We need a couple we need one couple to work out. The rest of them can go, but we need one.
Because I'm going to be honest with you, them couples I don't know how they be surviving. So that's what I'm saying. Like when I saw them have that conversation and be civil, I was like, wow.
At least it's a good look on a couple that can do it because couples in real life can do that.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that you said that, and I'm glad that was on the show. Because
I usually don't see that on that type of show.
On social media, you're not seeing that shit.
You sure don't.
Not for real.
Like, I don't think there's a lot of representation for healthy couples. I feel like all the couples and all the stuff that we see on social media is just, it's either fake love or it's toxic love.
Yeah.
And then we're
toxic
idolizing this type of toxicness. Like, you're supposed to, like, we're so set on, you're supposed to stay with your person, but they're bringing all their problems, all their issues, everything we know about these celebrity couples is on the internet. Everything we know about our friends and family, like, that have like, come on now, you know at least one person in your town that got a toxic relationship, and you see all that play out from both sides on the internet. We should not know all that if you're gonna stay with that person. Me personally, I feel like you should not know all that.
The views, that's what gets the clicks, that's what makes the money. The biggest topic
but why is
in
views
society,
more important,
especially
than,
social society? That's the world we live in. That's just the world we live in. That clout, and a lot of people are making money off of it too. The biggest social societal topic known to mankind in this day and age is toxicity, and whatever that comes with it, it gets highlighted. That's why shows like Love and Hip Hop lived for so long. That's why Bad Girls Club lived for so long. And now you got baddies. You got shows like 90 Day Fiance. You got shows like Love is Blind. You got shows that have anything to do with dating, and it shows and highlights nothing but the toxic and bad side of things. And that's what gets joked upon. But we rarely see anything where things work out. The only time we praise love when it works out is when we see these couples that's been together for over 50 plus years. Like Angela Bassett and her husband, we haven't heard not one bad thing about them. And I guarantee you there's been some bad things through that. It's been years. Bad stuff comes through those years. Bad stuff comes through those years, but they got through it and they stay together. And guess what? Since that's been highlighted, that they've been together for that long, we praise them for that. We praise all the couples that lasted for that long.
And
we were praising Will and Jada for staying that long until all these allegations came out.
Yeah, but even then, you got to give them some type of respect, because, like they said, they've been separated for 7 years, still in the public eye, still going to showings, still going to like movie premieres.
I respect
doing a whole show together. Like, there's so much they were still doing. I'll be honest with you. If we were separate and we was living separate lives, I ain't going with you nowhere. What you mean?
Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like,
I am not. I cannot fake the funk. I'm not gonna smile in your face
fake it for these people.
Like, no.
No. You want me to go to all your showings like we married and we ain't been married for a long time? I'm still showing up.
Then you gonna slap Chris.
You slap him
and say don't disrespect my wife, and I ain't even your wife.
But see, that's the thing though. That's what I don't respect. She should have like that right there. Now that's where you should have pulled him. You should have been like, his wife, his partner, like you hit a rerun and be like, no, you're going too far. You're going too far. Don't you walk your black ass up there and smack that man.
She spoke
but
on
you
it
know
too.
What?
She didn't
Before
think
she came out
more
and said
people
that,
need to be like Tiana and what you call it?
Yes.
That'll forever be my favorite.
They doing that jump so smoothly. Ain't nobody knows that.
Nobody knew nothing.
That's how it's supposed to be, though.
Yeah,
if it don't work out, I feel like all that is supposed to be behind closed doors. There should be a level of respect, because at the end of the day, you married this person. You're this person's partner. Mm-hmm. Even if it don't work out, I feel like y'all should still have a level of respect for each other to be able to do that smoothly.
Right. Sure.
When it comes to being in the public eye, you can announce that you're separated, but don't give the details. Because now you got everybody all in your business, and whoever was in the wrong is going to get the bad end of the stick. We don't need all that. Just know that, okay, things didn't work out. We're not together no more. Just keep it at that, because it would have been worse if you didn't announce that you were separated and then you seen with another person. Now it's like, what's going on here? Oh,
but you see, back in the day, they used to do that. Like, you wouldn't know what's going on. Then they pop out with a new person. Then next thing you know, they got an exclusive interview on what, a little bit of what happened.
If we're talking back in the day, we wouldn't know unless an interview was on TV or on a magazine. There was no social media.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, we wouldn't really know. Like, there wasn't no, like, really telling people business. It's just like, now all cameras, all media, like everything is seen.
Paparazzi grew to everything. Now you got TMZ, you got Hollywood Unlocked, you got all these other different platforms and all they need is their phone for real. Fuck a DSLR camera. All they need is their phone. They just gonna try to capture every moment they can find.
Exactly. Like, they used to really have to be on foot with their cameras chasing these people. Like, that shit caused a whole car crash in a tunnel. The princess.
That was a setup.
That was a setup, but I mean, like, just think, like,
they say that was paparazzi, man.
It wasn't really paparazzi, but just thinking like how it was.
That man paid for his wife to die. I don't care. I'm not hearing nothing. I'm sorry. I'm very passionate about my princess.
No, like I do believe like that was a setup, but you know how they can call so many people to help with that diversion and they don't even know that they helping.
Mm-hmm.
Like they could just be thinking that they getting a call to just go take pictures of her and shit, and they got other people with that shit. Y'all know how to
and cause an accident. Yep. You know how much money? You know every time there was something that was released to the public, like they have a publicity team and they would talk about this, about who they would sacrifice. I watched that whole thing about Meghan, the other princess. I can't remember his name, but I love that prince too. Oh my god, I can't.
Prince Harry?
Yes, Harry and Meghan. Okay, they did a whole Netflix special. They were throwing all the other princes. They were throwing Meghan under the bush to hide up scandals on their end. They will feed TMZ whatever like public news outing. They would give them fake stories about Meghan so that the bad stuff that the princes were doing wouldn't get out.
Okay,
that's how fucked up it was. That's why Harry and her
one of the princesses with some of the girls on the island.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's when they try to push like a story about Meghan and the prince or whatever. Yep. That's like when they finally decided to move out, like all that during 2020 and shit.
They were paying her family because even her family was like releasing stuff. Like it was bad.
Hey man, it's a lot of bad business that goes on behind the scenes on a lot of things, Hollywood, non-Hollywood, everything, royalties, all that. But we're going to keep it there so we can move on with the time that we have left. I have a question for each and every one of y'all. What do y'all believe is a good ideal first date?
As long as start into
period. I mean, like, come on now. If you want to go low, don't take me to no McDonald's. You might as well do a picnic or something. Like, I'll take that. Like, but
I'll definitely take a picnic over McDonald's.
I'll take a picnic over McDonald's. Like, use your EBT rate for sure.
For sure. I'm about to say picnic. That's creative. Like
that is creative.
That's what I'm saying. I like something that has thought put into it.
That's way better than McDonald's.
Store. You actually
went to get the McDonald's from the date anyway.
Okay, well, apparently there's some women out here who are too bougie for that and think they should live like the big time life, like this certain person on TikTok where she went out on a first date with somebody and she wouldn't even get out the car because he decided to take her to the Cheesecake Factory. To the Cheesecake Factory. Now, I don't knock the Cheesecake Factory now. I don't know what the issue is with that.
I've never been.
We're gonna really?
I've never been.
Oh man, you gotta try it at least once in your life. Let's. I'm not gonna play this whole entire video.
Personally, it's just overpriced, nasty food.
There's certain points of the video that I'm gonna play, but I'm not gonna play this whole thing. So let's just start this real quick so we can get some insight because this right here is.
Nuts. Is it like a roof, Chris?
It's a chain, yeah.
Yeah.
Let me just get the door for you.
Okay.
He got me at the Cheesecake Factory, y'all. I ain't getting out this car.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Would you want me to open the door for you?
Okay.
You're recording me?
Yeah. Yeah. This is the Cheesecake Factory. This is the Cheesecake Factory, y'all.
What's the problem with that?
This is a chain restaurant. Who takes someone that looks like this to a chain restaurant?
Who are you?
I'm fine with talking about it, even in front of them.
Oh yeah, I want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Come on, get up on in the car.
All right, let's.
Okay, can I say one thing? And I know this might sound like a hater, but her lipstick with the dress is really bothering me because she's trying to give off like a type of bouginess.
She's trying to give off Shigo, and she not.
Yeah, and it's like, I'm trying to say like her attitude is given, oh, I deserve something better than Cheesecake Factory, but how she's looking, I feel like she just deserves Cheesecake Factory.
Like, I feel like
she deserves Wawa.
She doesn't look like over the top extra, like, I need to go somewhere super fancy, but she looks good for dinner, but like not what she wants. If that makes sense.
Keely, you mentioned
Like, she
McDonald's.
still
That's
looks
if she gave me that
casual.
attitude, that's exactly where I would have took her ass. I ain't even gonna cap with you, bro.
I'm taking her ass to
No,
Walmart.
the attitude is really much Taco Bell instead of McDonald's.
Nah, it pissed me off. You going to Arby's, goddamn. Fuck.
Yeah, high sodium beef.
Don't nobody
I'm
eat
about to-
that.
Exactly. let me play this part right here because they about to talk about it.
On the other hand, I have certain expectations for a girl I go out with on the first date. I expect her to be respectful too. I expect her to be cooperative, and at least
What did I do that wasn't cooperative?
well,
You're not
I mean, like, even
grateful.
like when we were walking to the car, you wouldn't put your hand around my arm or anything like that, or hold my hand or anything like that.
I mean, it's too early for that.
Okay,
I
yeah,
don't know
and
you.
I can respect that. I can respect that. When I got to your apartment to pick you up, you didn't want to invite me in. I can respect that too. We're not
Again,
maybe
I don't
we're not
know
there.
yet.
Okay,
I don't know yet.
and then, but
I mean, I feel like I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do as a woman.
I feel
But
like
I
she's
got
right
myself
up
all
until this
made
point.
up.
nothing wrong with the Cheesecake Factory, right?
Yes, there's a lot wrong with the Cheesecake Factory.
Okay, well look at
I mean,
my plan where we were gonna go originally.
see, now that's where we should have went. All right there. Call him.
No,
What do you mean no?
Bro, watch this.
I
know you
specifically
didn't.
told you both yesterday and this morning that I'd come to pick you up at 4 p.m. Right?
Mm.
And I got to your place at 4 p.m. You didn't even come downstairs for another hour, and so I was waiting downstairs
And that's when she
for an hour.
Yeah.
Right?
But I wasn't expecting for work to take me so long. I got home a little late. And like I said, I don't know you well enough to invite you up into my apartment.
And
that is not possible.
Did you give him the heads up that you were going to be running late? If you
and
didn't,
that's where I think
you
that's
still
where I'm
wrong.
saying she fucked up. She didn't. She just had him waiting downstairs for an hour.
So they probably
That's a long
missed
time.
additional reservations, and then he had to go to the Cheesecake.
Yeah.
Because
So
he said that
had
he
better
had.
plans for her.
Yep.
But she fucked it up with her attitude.
Mm-hmm.
Her entitlement. That's what it was. It was just an entitlement.
Let me see this right here real quick.
Aria, especially if I'm paying for the whole thing, which I'm still willing to do.
I
I
mean,
would have been, but if we're late, I mean, I told
we
you
weren't
twice.
late. It wasn't that late.
We literally left your place at the time the reservation was supposed to be. And I specifically said 4 because maybe we could get there early and even have some time to get to know each other on the way there and while we're in the parking lot.
I mean,
And waiting for a reservation.
we can still get to know each other. Isn't there another restaurant you can call that, like,
I wouldn't
equivalent
even
to that?
want
I mean,
I
you
literally
don't
just said,
understand.
Your ass home.
Look at me.
Whoa. What did she just
Look
say?
at me.
I literally
You don't
just said,
understand.
Look at me.
I cannot go in the Cheesecake Factory.
And that's
nothing.
what I'm saying right there.
Bro,
Like, you look perfectly fine to go to the Cheesecake Factory.
I know hella women that look better than her that will accept the Cheesecake Factory.
And
I've
it's not
seen
even
them.
like necessarily her looks. It's just I feel like the way she presented herself. When you go into certain restaurants, I think she got too many colors going on. Like you're supposed to be more.
She's giving me
subtle.
Patrick right now.
She got her titties out, and she feel
She
like
could have did a nude lip, and I would like the green dress. Or she could have did a black dress or a nude dress or like
She's giving me
a neutral color dress
Patrick.
and
She's
then did
giving me the
purple lip.
Joker.
But when she did the
she got
purple
that
lip with the
evil-ass
green
face,
dress, I'm like, no, girl, you ain't
know.
going to no Aria. You going to Cheesecake Factory.
One more.
Right
I'm
there.
trying
I
to
wanna
get to the
brunch with
I
the
want to get to
girls.
the end
Like,
real
that's
quick.
not.
Let me get to the end real quick because I applaud this man. Hold on.
So, respectfully, I'm going to just drop you off at home.
I don't know who you did.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And he did that so respectfully. Like, he
want
could
to
have
call it
did
night?
but he said, you going home.
I mean,
Yeah.
isn't there some kind of compromise or something?
There ain't no
Hell
compromise.
no.
The Cheesecake Factory was your
I'm sorry,
compromise.
I would have told her, I don't know you like that to compromise.
No, for
If I
real.
don't feel respected,
He respected all her
not
boundaries.
gonna go.
My boy
to the
drive.
restaurant.
You know what I'm talking about.
And they missed their reservation because she took an hour long. but she can't compromise with the Cheesecake Factory.
He feels
Okay.
disrespected.
Any guy that's willing to wait an hour to still take you on a date, even though y'all missed the reservation and you gave him no communication, you're lucky he's even still taking you.
And
Because I feel like that gives off like I don't give a fuck about you.
So let me say this. This might kill the entire topic, but could there be a slight chance that all of this was fake? Because how you gonna not only keep recording the entire thing, you wanted to make him look bad, but then you ended up looking bad, and then you still had the balls to post it.
Because I don't think she thought it was gonna go that way. If it is real, because I still don't know if it's fake or if it's real. Right. But say that like on the real standpoint, like that really happened. She probably thought at some point that she was right. She probably thought the whole entire time she was right, and that even him driving her home was like disrespectful. Like there's probably women out there that really agree with that.
There are women that will agree with that. And you want to know why? Because they bougie as fuck and they have higher expectations.
You can
Listen,
have high expectations, but
I respect anybody that has any expectation. Don't get me wrong, but come on, yo, like, come on. I'll take a girl to Chili's. I've done it before. Everything was cool. Took a girl to Red Lobster. Everything was cool. Went to Cheesecake Factory. Everything was cool. Eventually, as I level up, we will go to like maybe a Roof Chris or any other type of fancy restaurant that's a little bit more classy. I went to this spot called Creole on 14th. You know how much that bill was for just two people? And I had man. It was some
but I also feel like some people's like here's the thing. Unless you can afford to take yourself there, I do not feel like you should be expecting somebody else to take you there.
I don't expect to take a woman out to anywhere crazy to like that'll hurt my pockets a little bit on a first date. I barely know you. But that's what
I'm saying. Like you average.
I'm trying to get to know you.
A bougie female trying to get with like.
Many times she said, "I don't know you," so why are
you in the car with him if you don't know him?
I don't know you, but you want me to spend all this motherfucking money on you, but you don't know me.
So you want me to take hold my arm to like a fancy restaurant that costs a whole lot of money, but I don't even know you to know if you are even worth that.
That's what I'm saying. I can understand her wanting to go to that restaurant, and he was willing to take her to that restaurant. But like I said, where she fucked up was one, you had the man waiting for an hour and you could not communicate with him that you had him outside your car, wasting his gas, sitting in his car waiting for you for over an hour. Then two, y'all missed the reservation. And then you had the nerve that when he picked a backup, because his first choice y'all missed, and he still was willing to compromise with you and still take you on a date. What if he was on a time lapse? What if he had somewhere to be after y'all date? He was still willing to take you on a date after a whole hour past it. And you're mad about the restaurant?
She would have been left. I'm sorry. She wouldn't even made it in my
saying that he needs to still compromise, even though he waited for you. He respected your boundaries about not wanting to be touched. He respected your boundaries about not allowing him in his house. He was gonna open the door for you. Like he's doing everything he's supposed to do, and you just kept like trashing on him. And then you should have just never even went on the date with the man. You just wasted his time.
You let him get out the car thinking that he was about to be able to walk you inside the restaurant. That's what made me mad.
Yeah.
And then when he got to the other side of the window, he was a bitch, like a total bitch. And if that,
and then you're recording him to like embarrass him.
This man car, you gonna lock yourself in it?
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, you sit in this man's car. You turn on the camera and you're trying to embarrass him, and he's still calm. Who is gonna be that calm when you're recording them trying to embarrass them?
It's people, it's men putting females out on the side of the road. Okay.
Yeah.
Some wouldn't even have took her home. They would have took her, get out, and get an Uber.
She would have had no choice but to go to the Cheesecake Factory and make a phone call.
To sit out and wait for a ride.
Okay.
Because right there, that's a decent man. He had a lot of patience.
Yeah.
You did.
And like he was very respectful. As much as he was being disrespectful, he was very respectful.
He ain't raised his voice not once.
I don't know. I don't even know what to say to that, but we just gonna end it off right there.
Yeah, we're gonna have to end it. Baby girl tired. She tired of my mess.
I see. She ain't letting you go, and you can't let her go. But you know what I'm saying. This was a good episode, I must say. A lot has been said. A lot of good insight on certain things. and all that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you guys wait till next time. I'm gonna say this right now. I'm actually excited for what we might have planned for episode 10, for what we said that every fifth episode was gonna be or whatever. So y'all stay tuned for that once we get it all squared away. But until then, you know, this is the Young and Ignant podcast. We ending it off right here, and we will see y'all next time.